So dude makes a comment on one of our last videos. It was our Graphite Eye box. We did a little skit where we complained about how such a horrible box it was. And he says to me, Temporal Forces is made for players, not for collectors. For the first time, Pokemon is making a set, mostly for players. And he says, dude needs a new hobby, or find a new hobby. So I really, I kind of laughed at this, and it's insulting. It's insulting because the guy definitely didn't watch the whole video. He definitely just watched like the first 15 seconds and then made some stupid comment. Now, one of the things about Pokemon is the reason it's so popular is not purely the players. The reason it's so popular is because it's combined with playing, collecting, and dare I say, friggin' investing. So you got to understand that from my position, you open a Graphite Eye box. These are boxes that Pokemon puts out. They should, these boxes should have really good EX cards in them, really playable EX cards. These collection boxes, mostly, they don't. And that's a big thing. They should be putting out alt art EX boxes with cards that are extremely playable. And the Graphite Eye is not. I have not heard of a Graphite Eye deck yet. But that's what these EX boxes should be. Any special box should be focused around the game. Should be focused around a cool alt art for a box. But one of the things that pisses me off is this is gatekeeping at its finest. This guy might even be a player, but likely not. Because if he's a player, he knows that having a huge collector base, having a huge number of people who are ripping packs just for the hit is actually quite good for card prices. It's actually really good, the fact that there's a huge glut, a supply of these playables. It's brought bulk trainers way down when you have a bunch of people who are just after the hit. And if anybody's watched our channel, we are not just after the hit. We have a lot of fun. We do some art appreciation. We actually, we have a lot of fun when we're opening. I play a little bit on TCG Live, but we don't play a lot. We haven't done a live stream of us playing TCG Live for a while. I'd like to, but right now it's not Kai's thing. He just wants to collect. And it's okay to just collect in the hobby. It's okay just to invest. It's okay to have a collection of investments. It's okay. But this kind of gatekeeping is not good for the hobby. If you're saying, go find a new hobby, maybe it's you who needs to go find a new hobby. Now, I didn't think about it too much, but it made me make a video, made me complain to my YouTube audience, to Kai and I's YouTube audience, about this concept of Pokemon should only be for the players. If it was only for the players, unfortunately, Pokemon probably would suffer. You'd probably have a lot of cards that people weren't collecting. You'd have a lot of cards that would go up in value that were playable, versus you would not have a huge supply of cheap cards. Pokemon is known for being able to have a competitive deck that costs you less than $100. I mean, top tier competitive deck for less than $100, less than the cost of booster box. You can do it, and you can do it cheaper. You don't need the most expensive cards. There's been times in the past where you needed the expensive card and all the collectors wanted to, but that's not what it's like anymore, right? There's so much printed, there's so many collectors, there's so many, people opening product that it's made things good for players. And I think the player base has grown significantly. I think it's awesome that the player base has grown significantly. But for somebody who sounds like he thinks he's a player, doesn't have a clue how the market for Pokemon cards work, doesn't have a clue, and he talks about, go find a new hobby. What should I do? Collect sports cards? So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd rant a little bit, get it off my chest. And if anybody's seen the full length of our video, the Graphite Eye box actually turned out quite good for us. We had a nice full art hit. Not only that, we had a lot of fun making that video. It was 2 good boxes that we got through, And we announced at the end of the video, and this is why I always got to watch the full video. We announced at the end of the video that it was just a skit. It was not us complaining about hit rates, complaining about not getting anything. It was a skit. So interesting how you realize that most people don't watch, and you can see this on YouTube all the time. Most people don't watch the full video. If you don't catch them at the start, they're gone. And here I am. We are currently on our holiday vacation we live in the north, we live in Canada, so every time we can, we try to get down, we try to escape. Right now we're in beautiful Saint Lucia, and we are definitely going to try to do an opening here. I know not everybody can go to Saint Lucia. It's one of those exclusive areas that's not only hard to get to, but you know, this place is expensive, and we found it expensive here as well. But we're enjoying it. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful islands I've been to. We've been to Cuba, we've been to Dominican, we've been to the coast of Colombia, we've been to Panama. We are privileged to be all those places, and this is another one of those lovely places. You can see, you probably hear people enjoying their hot tub in the villa next door. So, one of the things that you've got to think about is everybody's different, and try not to gatekeep in this hobby. It doesn't make any sense. Most times, the investors, the collectors, the players, they're not doing damage to the hobby. They're actually building it up. They're actually helping. I mean, players get cheap cards. I mean, yes, you don't get to get every card. Some cards stonk to the moon. I know there's a guy in Halifax who used to play a Moonbryon deck. But, I mean, the Umbreon VMAX, you can get the Umbreon VMAX, but he used to play, I think he was memeing it. But he took it to regionals as well, the Moonbryon deck. So, it's just the way it is, right? I hope you guys look forward and hit like and subscribe and all that. Get to look at our future videos, where we end up opening some Pokemon packs here in Saint Lucia, where the sun is so bright that I think on the first day we all got sunburned. And that's why we come. Vitamin D, man. Hope you guys enjoy the videos, enjoy the commentary. Don't gatekeep Pokemon. Don't gatekeep Pokemon. It's silly.